everybody. So here I am with my second video. I am still using my field note size distress creme brulee, and you can see I got a little dark spot here since I first had it, but it's fine with me. I wanted to share my May-June setup, or what I did for May and how I'm going to continue through June. So this is my main planner. I carry it with me because carrying a regular size is like carrying a brick. So this has been perfect. I don't think I will switch to anything else for now. So let's take a look inside and see what I have done. So for planning, I use two main inserts. That would be my monthly insert and then where I'm doing my weekly bullet journaling type inserts, just field note size notebooks. So my monthly inserts, this is where I basically just jot things down as things come up. It's been from January to, I think I go up to January 2016. So I can forward plan in here any little notes I write in. You can see here, birthdays and all that stuff, that's all in here. So the monthly stays in here. The next thing I do is I've watched a few videos on how people are using the bullet journal system. I'm not an expert at it. I just took ideas from different videos, which I'll link down below, and tried to do what works best for me. For the weekly, I use my field notes. For the month of May, I started using my field notes notebook. This is the Cherry Graph edition, which has perfect size grid. I really like this notebook. I do have two more left, which I will be using later on. I'll show you the next notebook I'm moving into, but this is by far my favorite so far. So with the bullet journal system, you know that you have the some kind of key for your bullets, and it has an index and all that stuff. I am not an expert. I just use what works for me, the idea of it. So I have my index, but this is how I do my weekly. This is my setup. What I like about using notebooks versus printables is that I don't have to worry about printing, cutting paper down to the size of the field notes. I have a bunch of notebooks and I'm actually using them, so I don't feel like a stationary hoarder. Another thing I like about doing this is that I get to choose how I want my weekly layout to look like. And this is pretty much how I set it up. I start with a weekly layout. The very first time I did this, I did these boxes because I thought, oh, I have a lot of space. I can write a lot in it. And you can see I didn't need that much space. So I start with a weekly layout on 2 pages where I just jot down appointments and reminders and things like that. And then right after, I do my daily checklist or task lists, to-do lists. And I use those Target dollar spot page flags because, again, I don't want to be a stationary hoarder. I am using the supplies that I keep buying. You can see that was the end of April. So I just kind of started on the fly. And then when it got to May, I said, okay, I'm going to have my cover page or my month page. And I started out with just birthdays and holidays and then important events. I washi the side so it kind of sticks out when you close it. I know this is May. And here's my first week layout. I like the horizontal. It doesn't give me a lot of space. However, if you look, I don't really write a lot. I had a big space for notes. I tried to do a daily box there, daily check box. And then again, I have my to-dos for the daily. One thing that's pretty cool about just using a notebook is that I can do wherever I am at, I can just stop and use a page for notes. So I got this idea from one of the videos that I watch where they have a running task list of things to do that don't fall on a particular day or week, or as things come up, I would just add them on here. If I happen to do it, I just check it off. If I put this arrow saying that I actually have it on a particular day. So every week I go through this and see if there's anything I must do from that list, and I would put it into the daily. If it's not essential that I do it that week, it just stays on here, and if I get to it, I get to it. If I don't, I don't. So this is my running task list. Here's another layout. And then this page is blank because I decided, oh, I can do my bill tracker. I can just create one, which I did here, and I left this blank because I plan to cut it out and tip it in the next booklet because I'm going through December, and this booklet itself is not going to take me through December. I'm almost done with it. So this I plan to take out and tip in to the next booklet. So I kept that in mind and left this blank. I didn't do any to-dos. In fact, I stopped on Thursday. If I had done Friday or Saturday, I probably would have done it on the following page. Okay, so let me take you to June. June, I decided to do the way the bullet journal style is, where you actually write the days of the month and then write down things for each day. This is because it's field note size, this is very small and everything got squished. So next time I do this, I think I'm going to do a 2-page layout for the month. Another different thing about June versus May is I stopped putting washi tape along the top to give me more space and make bigger boxes. And I kind of like that. It's a little bit simple. If I want to decorate it more with stickers, I can. I don't need to necessarily have washi tape. So I stopped putting washi tape along the top. I just put it along the edge to mark the new month. Okay, so this is how I do dailies. If you notice, if you look at some of my dailies, I don't have every single day. So this is how I set it up. You can see here, let me start with the following week. Oops, this is for next week. I usually do my weekly layouts sometime between Thursday and Sunday. Like on my planner day, I'll set up my weekly layout and fill out some things. And then I take those page flags and I pre-date them from Monday through Sunday. Now, we all know that those page flags don't stick very well, so I use repositional runner tape and stick it on there so that I can just peel off the flags and put them where I need to put them. Now, so for example, I start with my weekly, and then when I need to plan for Monday, my things to do, I'll list it. If I have stuff to do on Tuesday, I'll take the flag, position it wherever I left off, and then start my list. If I don't need that day, I just take it off and toss it. These are dollar flags. They're cheap. I don't feel bad about throwing them away if I don't need it. At least I'm trying to use it. So that's how I go from my weekly to my daily. My daily is already set up. I have all the days set up for the week, so I can just plop them in place wherever I leave off from the previous day. Lately, it's been all just to-do tasks and stuff. I tried to fill in some space. I would put a quote here and there. Some people actually journal on the day, so you would have your to-dos and whatever else you want to add to it, like a journal entry for the day or your gratitude. They would add that on there before they start the next day. It's something I'm considering, but right now it's just my to-dos. Now, I love the field note size, but I'm running out of space, and I went and bought those Orla Keily notebooks that are available at Barnes & Noble because they have cute covers. The only thing is, the pages are just plain lined pages, and I like them, but I really like the gridded for my planning because I can make the little check boxes, and the space is a lot smaller than this type of ruled. So when I get into further, I think next week, I will be working from this notebook. I already set up my index, and you can see I tried to draw my lines to see how wide my spaces will be for my weekly, but this is what I will be using when I'm done with this book. And I plan to take it all the way to the end, so I'm not wasteful. And then I'll probably go back to the gridded one. I do have 2 more of these notebooks, but I could find some other use of them. So hopefully you found this video useful if you're wondering how to use notebooks instead of printables for your planning. Again, I like it because it's customizable. It works for me. I don't have to print anything and cut things out. I have a bunch of notebooks. I might as well use them. So that is all. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.